separate fingers of our hand are independent units. Close them and the fist multiples its strength. This is our Arabian Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Arabian Toastmasters Club is known for its high caliber, and the credit goes to invaluable contributions of its individual members, be it any new member who is inducted every year, or be it any of the experienced and veteran Toastmaster. Some members possess extremely good leadership skills, while some have exemplary communication skills. Some are good at volunteering and providing the entire back-end support to any activity of the club, while some Toastmasters just brighten the club with their mere enthusiasm. It's time to honor these shining stars of our club. Who better than our VP Education can we have to give away the awards? As a VP Education, Madam Toastmaster Ambika has served as a mentor of mentors to all of us. She has left no stone unturned to ensure a smooth transition to Pathways, which is a newly introduced format this year. Please, let us all appreciate the huge efforts that she has put into the transition of the traditional method to the Pathways, recognizing the hidden potentials of the Toastmasters, educating them to take up the correct pathways, assigning appropriate roles and responsibilities to everyone. She has worked tirelessly round the year in honing our skills in the journey of our Toastmasters. A lady who personifies elegance and patience. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please help me welcome Madam Toastmaster Ambika to announce the name of our club achievers.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Rupa, for those kind words. Distinguished guests, fellow members, and lovely kids, a warm good evening to you all. I felt extremely honored and privileged to be here to announce the awards of my fellow members. I must say, it had been a very difficult task to select members for the awards. The reason you all know. Arabian Toastmaster Club is a club of champions. Everything we do in our club is a collective teamwork to excel. All the members here are stars. But tonight, among these stars, some are shining a little brighter. That's all. I am presenting the awards, which are adjudged jointly and objectively by the awards committee. May I request our area director, Toastmaster Ashi, and our president, Madam Sneha, on stage to present the award. Now let's start with the best debutant Toastmasters. This award is presented to the Toastmaster who is a new member of the club, who participates enthusiastically in club activities, attends regularly the club programs, and has promptly delivered speech projects. The award goes to, any guesses? No, Toastmaster Arul Shankar. Next is the award for the most improved Toastmaster of the year. This award is presented to a Toastmaster who has shown marked improvement in communication ability, who efficiently handles assignments and has been delivering speech projects. The award for the most improved goes to Madam Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal. The next award is for the most dedicated Toastmaster. This award is presented to a Toastmaster who is regular to club meetings and exceptional dedication to club activities at the expense of his or her personal time, always ready to take up assignments and support other members to achieve their goals. The award for the most dedicated, any guess? The award for the most dedicated goes to Toastmaster Kiran Shetty. The next award is the most enthusiastic Toastmaster. The award is presented to a Toastmaster who is regular to club meeting, participates enthusiastically in leadership roles, shows initiative to take roles, shows up as a team player whose enthusiasm moves the club activities and encourages others. The award for the most enthusiastic goes to Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta Ramaswamy. Madam Toastmaster Meenu, please come on stage to receive that award. The next award is for the Arabian Membership Award. During the year 2018-19, 14 members joined the club. The club achieved both the TMI membership points, and that can happen only with the dedicated efforts to attract new members to the club. The award is presented to a Toastmaster who promoted club membership growth, cared and followed up new members, promoted an environment of camaraderie in the club, and has sponsored new members. This award for the Arabian membership goes to, no idea? Madam Toastmaster Saira Umar. The next award is called the President's Special Award. Based on the briefing I received from this is for another exceptional Toastmaster who has presented memorable speech projects, successfully participated in club, area and division contest, and has demonstrated unmatched dedication to club functions. The President's Special Award goes to Madam Toastmaster Rupa Avdani. The next award is for the coveted Club Achiever of the Year. This award is presented to a Toastmaster who has achieved notable feat inside and outside club. Here is a Toastmaster whose activities as contest performer in club, area and division, and has helped the Arabian flag flying high in the district. Here is a Toastmaster who has demonstrated notable talents during this year. The Club Achiever Award is presented to Toastmaster Sean DeCosta. The next award is the prestigious Outstanding Toastmaster of the Year. This is given to a Toastmaster who has achieved notable educational achievements and contributed immensely to the club meetings, brought laurels to the club. He or she must have presented memorable projects during the year and has shown dedication to club activities, participated in contests and won at club, area and division. This Toastmaster is a workshop presenter in club and outside the club. This award goes to Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, who is about to become a DTM, probably of the youngest DTM in the fraternity. May I request all award recipients to join us on the stage to have a group photo.
Proxy? Yeah. Proxy is missing.
We have one more award to be given. That award is to honor our beloved area director, Toastmaster Ashik Nasir. This Toastmaster is a pride of Arabian who has exhibited utmost passion and dedication to Toastmaster movement. He has always been an epitome of commitment. He is an inspiration to new Toastmasters and teaches us lessons on how one can be calm and composed in every situation. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ashik to receive the award. Once again, congratulations to all award recipients. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
that motivation? Let me ask you a simple question. Is it possible for the president of a club to manage all the activities alone by himself or herself? Hello? Yeah. Yes or no? No. No, yes. Michael Jordan says, okay, no. Michael Jordan says, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. The president has to be backed by a capable and skillful team member. Teamwork is indeed the key to success. So, to recognize and appreciate her ex-com team who have contributed immensely to this successful year, I invite Madam President Sneha Suresh on the podium.
Before I recognize the ex-com team, I would like to recognize a few of our dignitaries tonight. I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Murli from Periyar Toastmasters Club, who is the area director also. Please welcome him with a thunderous round of applause. A true well-wisher of our club, DTM Kotishwaran. And our own division director, DTM Jameel Akhtar. Please give him a thunderous round of applause. It is often said that a leader is as good as his team. Today, if we have been able to post an excellent performance, it is only due to the unflinching support and hard work of my valuable team of ex-com members. Today, we are celebrating the culminative efforts of all of them, coupled with the support from all our members. I am deeply indebted to each member of the ex-com for their untiring efforts during the year. And it is now time for me to recognize and celebrate the contribution of each of them. And to help me, I would like to invite on stage our division director, DTM Jameel Akhtar, to give away the awards to our own ex-com. Firstly, I would like to invite a person who was my right hand, who has worked tirelessly throughout this year, sometimes being persistent, sometimes persuasive, but always being patient. She has been in touch with every member of our club to find assignees and also to schedule speaking slots. It is her efforts that has helped the club to recognize the educational targets and enable us to achieve the points required for the distinguished club program. Please help me welcome our Madam VP Education, Vice President of Education, Madam Toastmaster Ambika Ajit on stage. You can please give a thunderous round. A sincere thank you, Madam Toastmaster Ambika, for the meticulous and hard work that you have put in. The words of Toastmaster Ankappa in one of his after he attained his CC, I will never forget that. I wish my mother had followed up my studies, how she followed up on my projects. Perfectly sums up her contribution in every Arabian speaker's journey. Next, I would like to invite our VP membership, a person who is a very satisfied person today, having fulfilled the role of inducting 14 new members during the term. Please help me welcome our dynamic and dashing VP membership, Madam Toastmaster Zaira Oman. Please give her a thunderous round of applause. She's done a wonderful job. A very warm welcome to our chief guest tonight. Please welcome him with a thunderous round of applause, our Principal of IAS Dubai, Dr. Syed Hamid. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to invite our VP PR, an energetic youngster who has helped in conducting several special events such as our club anniversary, 400th meeting, the Arabian Family Day, and also leading the team in bringing out the fabulous new newsletter Loktas. Although he has been extremely busy on work front and also needed to travel on many occasions, he has always braced up to all the challenges that he was faced with. Please help me welcome our VP PR, Toastmaster Milan. Our secretary is a very sympathetic person and has fulfilled her role as secretary with complete sincerity. A very systematic person. Although she has to travel to India on many occasions, she ensured the continuity by handing over her role to her supporting husband. Please help me welcome our Secretary Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. Can I request Kiran to please come and collect it on her behalf? Our treasurer is a soft-spoken person who has been in contact with all our members. He has been instrumental in ensuring that we never lacked funds for any of our programs. Please give a thunderous round of applause to our treasurer, Toastmaster Ankappa, for the meticulous job that he has done throughout the year. We have had 4 sergeant-at-arms this year, but the most hard-working among them was undoubtedly Toastmaster Kiran. Quite often he has worked single-handedly to ensure that all the arrangements were made on time. A very quiet and sincere Toastmaster. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Kiran. He's already on stage. The other sergeant-at-arms, please join us. Toastmaster Narayan Das, Toastmaster Tangraj, and Madam Toastmaster Sheetal. They have done a wonderful job of getting the hall ready on time. Please Give them a thunderous round of applause for all the unseen work done by them. A big thank you to all of you again, once again, from the bottom of my heart. I would like to recognize few of our dignitaries and our chief guest who has joined us tonight. Dr. Saeed Hamid, please can we have you on stage for a bouquet, please? Our very own DTM Perry. Area Director, Area 53 Director elect from our very own club, Toastmaster Amitabh Sarna. Thank you all of you for taking the time out to attend our installation ceremony. And now, we have in our midst our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Saeed Hamid. And to introduce Dr. Saeed Hamid and speak about him, I would like to invite one of the members of ATC. I invite him not because he is the past president of Arabian, not because he is the past governor, not because he is a DTM, not because he is my husband, but because he is the student of this great teacher who taught at the beginning of his career. And who would it be but him, but as the best choice to speak about our own Dr. Saeed Hamid on his retirement. Please help me welcome a student who loves him, Suresh Kumar.
Madam President, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and the most distinguished chief guest, my teacher, Dr. Hamid. Everybody in the Indian community knows Dr. Hamid. And if I have to speak about his achievements and accolades, it's like showing the candle to the moon, to the sun. But I have the I can say the rarest of distinctions. To be the person who first introduced him to the community as the area director, area governor at that time in 2009, when Dr. Hamid just came into Jubail. And today, it's not a pleasant task, but I still have the opportunity to actually honor him when he's on his retirement. The similarities are many. I was a student when he just started his career as a teacher way back, almost more than 40 years ago. I know people are guessing my age. Or sir's age, for that matter. But that's a fact. One of the most pleasant things that happened is actually how it happened. There was a news that a new principal had come and taken over. And he comes from the experience of South Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. And I had no access to the school or principal. And unlike we had, the school principals were not so accessible as Dr. Hamid during those times. So my good friend and our own Toastmaster Seju Davis said that I have met this gentleman and I know him personally, Suresh, I can introduce you to him. Seju and I walked into the office and I met this pleasing, smiling principal for a change. And he said, my first words were, "Sir, I'm very happy to hear that you're from Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, and I am an ex-KV student too." Immediately his face brightened up and he asked, "You're a KV student? Which school?" I said, "I studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya Malkapuram in Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh." "Which year?" I said, "I was from 73 to 82. I was there." I looked at him carefully. I said, "Hamid sir, you?" "Yes, me." Because at that time, he was a young man of perhaps 24 or 25 years, dense, thick hair, and see how he is today. And we used to call him Bhaiya. We used to come and play cricket with us. I still remember one very important lesson he told us at that time when I was in class 7. Just like the Ranji Trophy cricket matches, we used to divide the teams into North Zone, South Zone, East Zone, West Zone. It was a practice in the Ranji Trophy, which is quite common. And being in Kendriya Vidyalaya, we had students from all the regions of India, virtually all the states of India. So we divided the teams and we called him to be the umpire for one of the matches. Then he said, what is the basis of we divided the team? They said, "These are all North Zone, sir, we are South Zone. The competition is more between North and South because East and West were less numbers." He said, no, this is not done. We were all crestfallen. We were all excited for the match to go. No, this is not acceptable. Why, sir? Why? What's the problem? We are not to divide as North, South, and East and West. Let's divide as 4 teams and play together. That's the spirit of let's all play as one India. That's the message he told us when he was a young teacher. At maybe 24, 25. That was his maturity, and see what a visionary he has turned out to be. He went on to the heights of receiving the Rashtrapati Puraskar from the then President of India. So for me personally and my family, I believe it was a divine intervention, a blessing of the Almighty to have him in our midst here. It was like having my father in Jubail, because he was always there to support me, to guide me and guide my children whenever they have problems in their studies or education or path forward, decisions in their careers. Because of his vast and varied experience as an educationist, he has been able to provide such inputs to me and my family, for which I am deeply indebted to, first of all, the Lord Almighty for making this happen, and to Dr. Hamid for all that he has given to me. He was there to support me while my son was being admitted to engineering college in Bangalore. He visited my family when they were in Chennai for 2 years. That's the kind of bond that we've developed after meeting for 30 years, 30 long years. Today, though it comes in the life of every expatriate where one has to move on from this country, it's a huge loss, not just for me personally, but for the entire Indian fraternity, Indian diaspora, especially the Indian students and teachers in Jubail. He has been a guiding force, not just for International Indian School, but for all the Indian schools in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and also he has been the chief coordinator of the CBSE, all CBSE schools in the Middle East. So that's the kind of person that we have, a most affable person who has attended every event of Arabian Toastmasters Club right from the day he arrived, from the first time he arrived, and he had this Area 53 contest where I was the first Area 53 governor. From then on, all the 10 years, no event has actually passed without the presence and blessings of this wonderful person. Today, sir, as you have attained superannuation, and we cannot but remember the wonderful things that we had with you. And I'm sure the kind of response that people have been seeing, we've seen in the last few days, every day you have a farewell function, the kind of love and affection that people are showering on you just shows the kind of regard that they have for you. And I'm sure these memories and these moments will actually stand you in good stead all through your life. For us, we thank you immensely for being the guiding light. And we wish you all the best, and on behalf of the Arabian Toastmasters Club and on behalf of the Toastmasters fraternity, and I can speak with responsibility as a member of the Indian diaspora, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for everything you've done. Will you please join us on stage, sir? I would request Madam President to please, first of all, I would request Madam President to hand over a small token of our appreciation, a small memento for him to carry on and remember the Arabian Toastmasters Club and the association with them. Can we have on stage all the past presidents of Arabian Toastmasters Club to join us as we recognize this wonderful human being?
Can I request Dr. Syed Amit to please address the audience now?
Good evening. Good evening. It's indeed emotional moments, what we describe in Indian culture, Guru Sishya Parampara. I remember when I was posted for a short period at Trivandrum, they used to say that the coconuts that you get here are not polluted. The water also is not polluted. You can drink it as much as you. I feel the relationship between mother and child, and maybe the water from coconut, and the relationship between teacher and taught, a student like Suresh, stands testimony of it that these are not polluted. In the year 2009, I came here as if it was one of my transfers. I joined Kendriya Vidyalaya very close to Naval Base Visakhapatnam, popularly called KV Malkapuram, one of the prestigious institutions those days, a premier educational institution, and started learning many things from these students. The students were so well versed in language, and their cultural items used to be of very high quality. The Vice Admiral used to be the chief guest for all our functions because he was the chairman of that Kendriya Vidyalaya. I remember Vice Admiral Shunkar. Like teacher, like student, we remember many things, they are fresh in our memory. Even those small tidbits, Macbeth story that I taught, Suresh was recalling. And dividing the groups at that time, we feel all Indians are Indian. Even that was my very kind of bad feeling when I came here. I found that we are more divided than we in India. People coming and talking, yes, We are all Indians. Every day we administer a oath in the school that all Indians are my brothers and sisters. So it should not remain a kind of a hollow statement. It is with meaning. So my struggle was to see that we work together. Whether I belong to this particular place, I repeatedly addressed in all teacher training workshops that let us not think too much about ourselves and our place of birth, our institutions. Respect them, love them, but have no right to condemn others' place of birth or others' educational institution. They used to always argue, my university is the best university and the college that you have come from is not of that standard and all. Well, I remember in 2009 when I was brought here, Mrs. Suresh presented a small watch, and that day also Mr. Suresh had become rather more emotional. He was not able to express his thoughts. Then how Mrs. Suresh covered it up, I know. She said, because my husband is speaking and his teacher is sitting right in front of him and he is not able to express his thoughts. In fact, that was to add sense of humor. We have loved together, and from day one, it was the KVS philosophy. Kendriya Vidyalayas at that time were only to serve the uniformed defense personnel. Today they accommodate all transferable central government employees. So initially when I joined, those were the institutions exclusively meant for the defense and paramilitary. And my journey was so tremendous that when I left Suresh, that is in the year 1980, I got transferred to KV Guntur, nearer to my parents. But from there I was sent to Silchar, Assam, to discover my own beautiful country. And after serving there for 3 years, surprisingly they called me, sir, you are posted to Kachar. Then I thought, achar milta hai kya udhar? Arey achar nahi hai sir, it is a district in Assam, northeast, very close to Bangladesh border. Kachar district, okay, Kachar district. Wonderful things I observed there and lived there, lush green nature. Luckily from there transferred to Pallipuram, Trivandrum, same area, same atmosphere, same surrounding. But from there again I was transferred to Delhi. All these are administrative transfers, and when we joined through UPSC, we had to sign a declaration that I am joining in an all India transferable job. I cannot show any reason that my mother is sick or I am not well or somebody died and cancel my transfer. No. Minimum 3 years to maximum 5 years. So moved from place to place, and I am the luckiest Indian that I have seen my own country. I think you need to clap here. Wonderful. It's a great country, it is a wonderful place. And sometimes my wife says, which is the place you don't have friends? Which is the place you have not seen? Yes, not only getting the postings, but also during summer going for summer teacher training programs. Generally in Kendriya Vidyalayas, a teacher has to attend a 21 days orientation program, what we call in-service teacher training. So dear friends, I thoroughly enjoyed your company. I consider all Toastmasters as small group of intellectuals who sit together, who interact, who generate light, and your systematic and methodical activities pleased me so much, and I associated and attached. Other than my school, if I have spent some time, it is only the Toastmasters programs. one has to progressively, gracefully grow old. I have now 3 grandchildren, a grandson and 2 granddaughters, certainly brighter than me and more intelligent than me. And the grandson who came last month, he has gone back to Bangalore. He is 3+, and when his grandmother asked him, go to this school and sit for some time, he's just 3+. He said, this is Nanu school, not my school. It is my grandfather's school. So he never attended the classes, though he came and visited my school. But today evening he spoke to me that I have come back from my school. So the children also have that kind of identity. Thank you so much, Suresh Kumar and Madam, for having given me this kind of honor. Of course, I am the luckiest teacher that I taught Suresh Kumar's son again here in the cycle. When I came, your son was in 9th class. 7th. One more good thing I have to share with you. In a very prestigious engineering college, Mr. Suresh had gone and paid the initial amount, big amount. Then when we finally had to close that admission process, the college found some difficulty and they could not admit. Some moments of stress, sure, in the minds of parent and also for a teacher who is concerned with every student of the school. At that time we had around touching to 7,500 students. But you see the sincerity and the hard work. The college, I think, did not deduct any amount. They refunded the full amount to Mr. Suresh. Or they might have deducted, not at all. I was worried because the whole amount had gone to college account, and getting back from that college and going to another college, normally they don't pay immediately. In case of my daughter, I have faced that. But I was there for some time with him, and Suresh always used to feel that somebody is with him. So we traveled in Bangalore, and of course finally my student and his son got admission in Chennai, and he is an engineer here. He has come out of the college and joined some. Tomorrow he is coming. Oh, this program should have been tomorrow. Anyway, poetess, author, writer, your daughter is here and my student. Will you please stand? I did not teach you because girls section mein kabhi kabhi. Did I take any session?
No, you've come and visited, but you haven't taught anything.
Only visited?
Yeah.
Now you are going to teach me NIFD. T. So NIFT, National Institute of Fashion Technology and National Institute of Fashion Design, these are very premier institutions, and she joined there. We appreciate and congratulate you. And coming to Toastmasters programs, I feel personally they are totally academic. They not only develop the competency, but also help students to develop their personality, expression, refinement, etiquette, whatnot. Sometimes in school, inside the classroom, we may not be able to do all these wonderful things. And here, the greatest skill one acquires is listening skill. That's what my wife said. आप बहुत देर तक बैठते हैं टोस्ट मास्टर्स में या बैठने का फ़ायदा भी तो उठाते हैं. So for me, the wonderful attachment, association, I'm a bit scared is I have to detach all these activities which may not be readily available in Hyderabad and Bangalore where I am going to stay. I am blessed with 2 daughters, very wonderful daughters. One is working as professor at Osmania University, and she is a doctorate from a joint program of IIT Bombay and Osmania. She teaches electronics and communication. Very busy person. When I say